For the first time in history, Iran has raised the historical and symbolic black flag. This has struck fear throughout the nations. This is beyond major. Are we on the brink of world war? Is this a call to battle or for a holy war? Here's the information no one is telling you in this short video. Let's go.
No one can do it better.
Black flag rising. Here's the key information you've got to know that the mainstream media is not telling you. Why has the IMAM-REZA shrine in Iran hoisted the black flag for the first time in history outside of MUHARRAM? In a historic and unprecedented move, a black flag has been hoisted above the illuminated Razavi dome of the Imam-Reza Mosque in Iran, a stark departure from the traditions as it's outside of Muharram. The month of mourning is the Islamic calendar. A stark departure from tradition as it's outside of Muharram, the month of mourning in the Islamic calendar. The Imam-Reza Mosque in Mashhad, Iran, home to the mausoleum of Imam Reza, also known as Ali al-Rida, is an iconic religious complex and the largest mosque in the world by area. It holds the immense significance for 12er Shia Muslims and is a focal point for religious pilgrimage. This grand complex is managed by the Astan Quds Razavi Foundation with its custodian Ahmad Marvi, a prominent Iranian cleric. The flag change, ordered by the custodian of the Astan Quds Razavi, is a symbolic gesture with multifaceted significance. The Astan Razavi orders the raising of the black flag over the dome of the holy shrine of Imam Reza in condemnation of the Israeli massacre at the Mamadani hospital in Gaza. In the midst, there was a massive anti-Israeli and anti-American demonstration at the shrine. The black flag holds a distinct place in Islamic history and tradition. Some say it's an absolute call to a holy war, or at the very least a call to arms wherever you may be. What is the Imam Reza Shrine? The Imam Reza Shrine is a famous religious complex that holds immense significance for 12er Shia Muslims and is a focal point for religious pilgrimage. Also contained with the complex are the Goarshad Mosque, a museum, a library, 4 seminaries, a cemetery, the Razavi University of Islamic Science, a dining hall for pilgrims, and vast prayer halls. A green flag usually flies above the Imam Reza Shrine. Not today. The black flag flies over the Imam Reza Mosque in Iran for the first time in history. This is beyond significant. This is a major end times event that we are witnessing. These are the end days. We gotta be ready for the return of Christ. All praises. It also symbolizes mourning and has been raised as well in honors of the martyrs. It also calls for Muslims to unite in a time of grief and suffering and throughout the world. It is a mobilization call, and some say it's a call to a holy war. These are tweets that we've seen online as well. This is the sign of alert to the people of Mashhad, Iran, that coming days might be hard, so be prepared to fight any circumstances. Imam Reza, a shrine, is the center of attention and respect to all living in Iran, and so any major announcements are done from there. According to Hadith, the prophetic tradition, the black flag was the battle flag of the Prophet Muhammad, and it was carried into battle by many of his companions. The image of the black flag has been used as a symbol of religious revolt and engagement in battle. This is huge, you guys. This is absolutely major. Even the president of Iran, Ibrahim Raisi, has spoken of it. The flames of U.S.-Israeli bombs dropped on innocent Palestinians being treated for injuries in the Gaza hospital will soon engulf the Zionists. Wow. No free human being silence is permissible in the face of such a war. I agree with that. Nobody should be silenced with the butchering of these people. They tell them to move to the south, and now the south is being bombed. The hospitals are supposed to be, you know, off limits, as well as schools. The United Nations buildings have been bombed. They say 70% of the people that have been killed have been children and women. And the reason why, I believe it's 50% or 56% of the inhabitants of Palestine are under the age of 18 is because their parents have been killed. That's the reason why the population is so young, you guys. Think about that. That's the reason, because they've been in perpetual occupation, perpetually being decimated, and they don't have, you know, an army, a military, a navy, nuclear bombs, all this stuff to fight back. They're just a people. They don't have any of these high-level weapons, nothing like that. So far, the government of Iran, Syria, Saudi Arabia, UAE, Palestine, Egypt, Jordan, Turkey, and Qatar have all blamed the Israeli forces for the explosion at that Ali Arab Baptist hospital. Some are saying that maybe it came from a jihadist bomb or rocket, but in my opinion, everything that I've seen, I didn't see that. That doesn't make sense to me. Listen to these verses, you guys. You guys need these verses for your edification. We're in the end times. I believe that we're obviously in Revelations. Take a look at this. Revelations chapter 6, starting with verse 2. And I saw and behold a white horse, and he that sat on him had a bow, and a crown was given unto him, and he went forth conquering and to conquer. We're seeing this. We're seeing this happen. We're seeing a lot of conquering and nations going out to conquer. We're seeing that warfare happen. Verse 4, skipping to verse 4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another, and there was given unto him a great sword. So we're clearly seeing people killing each other. There's violence. It's just all over the place, especially in these governments with all these bombs. There's tons of that going on. And clearly, the peace has left the earth, and we're not living in peaceful times. Everybody's on edge. Everybody's wondering what's the next thing to happen. What's the next shoe to drop? What's going to happen? Are we going to make it? Everybody's talking about this, you know, in your social circles or wherever. Everybody's talking about this end times event. When you're talking about this war with Israel on Gaza and on the Palestinian people, everybody's talking about it because it's prophetic. It's in the scriptures, and I've gone over that in some of my previous videos. To verse 5, when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, Come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse, and he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand. That probably has something to do with time. You know, with the amount of time that's left, or something with time. That's what I see there from that verse. Verse 7, and when he had opened the fourth seal, I heard the voice of the fourth beast say, Come and see. Verse 8, and I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and his name that sat on him was Death, and hell followed him. And power was given unto them over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with the sword, and with hunger, and with death, and with the beasts of the earth. So we're seeing the killing with the sword. As you know, there's this huge blockade in Gaza. The Israeli government has completely stopped food, water, and electricity getting in there, and that is against international law, by the way. If you guys didn't know that, that is illegal. That is against international law. You can't do that to people. People are given the dignity and the honor of their humanity, which is being denied through those tactics, which are against international law and are obviously barbaric. Next verse, Matthew 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. So it's happening. The wars are happening. The rumors are all over the place. Is the Middle East going to blow up? What's Iran going to do? Are there new fronts going to be opening up? We see Lebanon already fighting. Iran has already been doing some supplying and helping of some of these groups that are fighting against Israel. So everything's up in the air. Everything's been happening. We're all watching this go down in real time. But let me leave you with something positive here, okay? I always got to give you guys those doses of reality of the scriptures, because we can't run from it. This is what's going to happen. The best thing we can do is be prepared for it by knowing what's in the scriptures. Now you're prepared. You know what's going to happen, okay? So you're able to move forward through it much better and with much more peace. And I'm going to leave you with this verse, Romans 10:9, that if thou shalt confess with thy mouth Christ, and shall believe in thine heart that God hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved. That's Romans 10:9. He died, he was hung and slew on a tree and rose on the third day. If you believe that and you confess that with your mouth, you shall be saved, and that's what it's all about. It's all about avoiding hell and making it to heaven, to that eternity.